Of course, with that massive HP advantage, is definitely going to be in
equalizer.
a good spot, especially with his heat. The Ring of Fire closing in. All I know is he has to go in right now. There comes that equalizer. It does a little bit more than previously, as already Ala flashing away. Breathe, overheated on the Rumble, but Ala is going to heal up just enough and win the 1v1.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Holding barbed thorns and made sure that missing was stuck, which is always threatening it. Now it might be enough to actually get the dive.
Hex flash in, knock up onto 2, missing. Gonna probably be the primary target here. Meganar is still up, and that is first blood picked up for Breathe. Pays going to just watch his support fall, but he will be able to pick up the...
We'll say that I do think the JDG, they want items before they fight. Like Gwen needs items. Ari with this new Roa build, you know, not bad. As that's going on bot lane. Meanwhile, top lane, that's Erhan, not the real Neferi, we're looking for a dive.
They think that missing is shown. They thought they went back to base. Pop Blossom does land on a 3. Missing with the Unbreakable will fall, but it will make it at least one going down. Now can they take down Era? Scout might go down to that final turret shot, will barely survive as JDG make it a 2-for-1 on the dive.
Picking up his CS, sitting at 1-0-1 on the Ari and getting to work on this side lane in good shape. Meanwhile, missing, coming to hover Awa on the bot side, which should be a-okay, as Gwen's gonna make sure she picks up mostly everything here.
Tower actually was secured first, but the response will be on the bot side for Weibo. Xiaohu with the Weaver's Wall, gonna target out missing. He pops the Unbreakable Will, but it's certainly just a delay of the inevitable here, as even Tian down here to make sure that he gets in on the action as well. They're gonna actually try to give the kill over to the Neferi, but instead Xiaohu will pick it up.
I gotta say, I think that's a good death from missing. He stalled like the spikes for JDG. Gonna start to ring true. I think this is where Ari really starts to want to look for a fight. I think that 2 item where she gets the Andres, then we're gonna have Pays on the Miramana. Worth noting too, we even mentioned it's Pays as Ezreal. Definitely a player worth noting when he is on Ezreal. As Awa, nice sidestep.
The ulti though from Tian might be enough, as already the needlework has been procced, at least forces Ala back away, as now the top side going to be the target here for JDG. Breathe in a lot of trouble with that Meganar unlocked with that extra HP, but not for long. It's this nice shutdown going over to Scout.
I kind of felt like the difference of bringing 2 versus bringing 3 is now Pays going to try and defend against 4.
Nice arcane shift to get away from that shove, and so Pays will survive for at least a little bit. Here comes missing on the flank as well as Shun. All of a sudden, Weibo could be in a little bit of trouble. True Shot Barrage does not find its mark onto the Neferi, but JDG now have full control of this mid lane. They still also have the Herald if they wanted to put it down.
I didn't see that full play on that next recall. And with Dragon spawning in 20 seconds, don't think he's going to be able to squeeze that one in time. So starts to be decision time for JDG. I think giving away Soul for free would be an oopsie, and it definitely feels like, you know, thanks to the strength of Scout, they feel pretty comfortable starting to poke their noses around here as Scout. 2 levels up on Xiaohu, kind of nice.
As looks like actually Shun and the rest of JDG making a play towards top side again. Breathe already flashes on out. The wall is done for a little bit longer, but Breathe going to be back to mini Gnar form. An exhausted Gnar, not a welcome sight here as Shun will pick up the kill. It'll come at the cost of this Dragon and Soul Point going over though, and you have to wonder, will that be a worth trade in 5 minutes?
I don't know if I love that. As this Otacon, keep in mind, this is the 20-minute Otacon, so this thing's going to hurt pretty bad. And Weibo, I'm curious if they're actually to commit to the Otacon at all. At the moment, committed to this mid-turret. Scout.
He gets flicked back.
One shot.
In the minion form, able to land that Pop Blossom, and a shutdown goes the way of light. The Otacon will be finished up here for JDG, but Weibo are getting a lot in response, already picking up that first tower, now looking for the second.
A lack of counting from Scout on the back half of this play. I feel like Weibo get a lot more out of it. I know the flower difference is going to be pretty significant here with the experience. Really valuable here for Weibo on the 3rd items. Still think the scaling of Gwen's really nice, but we've seen a lot of 3-item Kaisas do work. As Scout.
Xiaohu! That's just way too much wall, my friend. Not even close to getting that full flash over. As a big mistake comes through from Weibo's mid laner. It's going to be Scout picking up that kill, and the Dragon.
That flash was shorted, and as I like to say, in the end, he ended up flashing air. As Flash went down, ends up being a free Dragon. And, yeah, no response here so far from Weibo. Breathe might look here with the Mega.
This could be a good trade.
Okay.
There comes the Pop Blossom. A very easy kill underneath the tier 1 turret here for Weibo.
Scout
but
is
it comes
ult.
at the cost of that dragon, obviously. Teleport comes in from Scout. Maybe he went a little bit too far forward as in comes Tian with the ultimate. Missing already with the Unbreakable Will. Going to stay alive for a little bit longer, but here come the dogs. Here comes the Killer Instinct and Light. He's able to finish off one. Pays the next target now. The second proc of the ultimate comes in, but it's underneath the tier 2. Jean gonna get caught up here by the Weaver's Wall as Xiaohu has arrived back from the grave and will pick up another kill for Weibo Gaming. They have 3 down with Baron up on the table.
Great bounce back from Xiaohu and Ivan. While JDG were taking that dragon, preventing Soul, a play that you believe they gotta make and one you thought would be free because they, you know, clip for Weibo. Around, I believe it was Baron. Yeah, I mean, the Kaisa was able to get big in that last fight, and we'll see what Light can do to really open, as Weibo has done a nice job of controlling that corridor. Missing making his way over, is going to combo Gnar, but now, Xiaohu.
It prevents both the Mega Gnar of Breathe from coming out as well as the Weaver's Wall, which has already been used over the Dragon.
That was a poor Weaver's Wall.
It's been started up now. Pop Blossom, though, on the backside of the fight. It lands on a 2. The target is Scout. He dies once again. Now the Dragon's the target here for Weibo, unless they go for Xun first. The Crescent Guard is out, but it's just way too little, way too late. A second kill goes over to Weibo Gaming, and the Dragon's soul certainly belongs to them. The shove shifted away from here, and now Pays is missing.
We're looking at a poor Weaver's Wall. Erha finding that on the opposite side really saved and was what Weibo needed for that setup to cash in on the fight, cash in on the soul, and then hopefully cash in on this game as a huge play from... It's not even the value of the Chemtech soul in there too, right? So that you got 5k in the soul, scoreboard and definitely a little bit more in the pockets to have that soul. Early on in his career, like even in Challengers League, his Ezreal and Kalista, like those are the 2 champs that I feel like he just plays at the next level. Pays
knock up
here is Tien.
On a Tien, he's able to use that target to get away. Now we'll ult back in. Look at the teleporting from Breathe. Has a massive angle for an ultimate. Pays already needs to flash out. There comes the Gnar. Look at the backside of the fight. Xun is the first to fall, but Pays is still alive. Breathe back to mini Gnar form. Here comes Ala, finally arriving to the fight. Pop Blossom only lands onto Missing, and now JDG can maybe try to turn this back around. Ala still doesn't have the proc to work. Gonna try to find maybe a bit more damage here onto Weibo, but Missing is suddenly ticking low. The bleed from the Neferi will take him down, and now Scout's forced to run away here with the Spirit Rush. Void Seeker does not connect. Tien dashing in under the tier 2. Weaver's Wall, not enough here for Weibo, as Scout will survive.
Breathe trying to catch the mid wave to prevent the inner take, as we'll see if Weibo sets their sights on this Baron, but another really nice fight from them as Missing was looking for the re-engage on the back half, but was really slowed up and stymied by the Unraveled Earth. Scout, of course, TPing in. His ult isn't up for a bit as this Baron has gone down in the meantime, so only an inner turret traded for the second Baron in the hands of Weibo.
And so that teleport, I thought maybe JDG were going to look for a turn on the fight, try to stop some of those recalls, but instead, unless they can pick this objective up,
they're jailed.
As well as Ala, as the Elder has been started up by Tien. Not really in a big rush to fully take it down, though, as the poke from Weibo is severe.
Ala was not spotted. Ala not being spotted is quite a surprise. Might get JDG out of jail as Missing's going. Here comes Ala.
Here comes Ala on that flank. Scout dashes in just a little bit. Pop Blossom, though, lands on a 3 from Erha. He's able to get on out alive. Missing the first casualty. Crescent Guard sleeps away 5 as the Dragon still at half HP. But Light dashes in with the Killer Instinct. There goes Tien with his ulti as well. Pays is going to drop, as even though he flashes over the wall, he still will go down in the fight. It is a 3-0 so far for Weibo. They have the Elder now in their hands, and Ala and Scout are going to try to do the unthinkable, dashing in here onto Tien, trying to find some sort of damage back. They proc the Guardian Angel, but that is just a consolation prize here for JD Gaming, as Weibo are already in their base. The one last burn, the one last tick from Tien will seal the deal. Scout the last remaining survivor, but he won't be for long. And in a 39-minute game, it is Weibo who take the map over JDG.
That was a beautiful Zanyas from Light to get out of the charm, and the Pop Blossom from Erha. That really was the conclusion to a pop-off game from him. Again, in his second series, going up against JDG. Erha showed on blue side for game 3. Going Ambessa here pretty much would require a J-span with both Sion and Ambessa out of the pool, so maybe something to consider. But is something where, of course, you pretty much guarantee that mid lane priority later on. As I gotta say, this clear from Xun has been... Oh, wait, Scout.
And now
we still got him.
Scout. There goes the Ixtal's impact.
Oh, no.
Scout's just dead. burns the flash and dies. That's gonna...
Yeah, really like this with Kalista too, as usually Kalista, Renata, very lane dominant. You have that bot lane priority.
With the Eep, one more auto attack. The question is now, can Weibo collapse? Light is here. So we'll see lands onto him, but there's no follow-up here with that Lilting Lullaby. Once again, the handshake lands on a Missing though, and Breathe is here, has the public execution to try to lock one down. As Missing does not have any mana. But now Pays has arrived to the play. One more watch out Eep here for Shun. As Breathe actually taking a lot of damage, actually forced to go forward here, but a really nice engage from Missing will knock up 2 members of Weibo Gaming. The bailout's currently on Breathe. He's reset and will not die. Pays with less than 100 HP will have to run for the hills as Weibo gets...
They've set their sights on this dragon, and it looks like it's just going to be a trade. So second dragon for Weibo. We'll see if they can test the grubs. At the moment, Shun has started them up. You gotta imagine that because it's Lilia, at least 2 go down. Is Light flashing forward?
Chain of Corruption, it goes out, but it's just on Erha right now. Well, how much rend damage is going to come through? More than enough, as Light secures the Feats of Warfare here. Back to kind of an even playing field at this point.
Gotta say, Mikhail's being completed here for Erha. Kind of nice, can get someone else out of a potential sleep, as Missing gets trapped. No flash.
On the crash down.
Goodbye.
He's just dead. That's a big timer right now, as again, that dragon coming up in 30 seconds, and Missing's now going to be lit.
I would say not the impale, but definitely feels the tail. As he falls, and now we'll see if this dragon does indeed fall. Again, would be pretty rough for JDG to give this one up, and of course, Awa does not have TP, so would have to take a rather long ultimate down bot.
Oh, here comes Missing. He's back here from the Death Chambers. Codes out with just a single cube, not looking for anything. Impale goes wide, as now the dragon's down at 3,000 HP. It's going to be a flip, actually. The Lilting Lullaby comes out. JDG have control of the pit. Tian can try to jump back in, but instead, it will be Jindong Gaming securing that dragon. But what will the fight look like in response? Shockwave is flashed away from his scout. Has to just use that Fate Seal to buy some time from his team. Not going to be able to take down Light in the process, as Xiaohu gets the kill. But JDG get a much...
For something that is difficult to play, it is immobile, right? Always can be a challenge when you have so many point-and-click executes, and being down flash and immobile against the best teams in the world can be an almost impossible or unplayable task. So important that Xiaohu able to continue to play up as Ritual being started. Oh, that's a chunk. Good ult. Good ult.
The Unstoppable Onslaught actually goes straight in onto Breathe instead. Missing with a nice follow-up. Decimating Smash as well. This could be the fight that JDG need. Just the 1-for-1 so far as both supports drop, but they do pull Weibo away from the Herald. Now Light can start to do a little bit of damage as well. Dancing around.
The jungle privilege his way back up. Didn't get enough health to feel comfortable contesting the Herald, as it will end up just being a mid-push for Weibo. As you highlighted, though, some big ultimates still up for Weibo, so maybe they can tickle them on the back half and maybe try and get some work done on this turret. As Xiaohu, yeah, still threatening Pace.
Missing, just missing that Q. As his name suggests, potentially trying to clear out this wave in the mid lane is Pace. As they finally do prevent that G1 from going down. There's the Shockwave and the Dissonance. And Pace just goes down window shopping.
Oh, and I mean, the pockets from Xiaohu still continue to be big, but uncharacteristic mistake from Pace. Again, he's spacing the balls there. I guess he just wasn't expecting the Shockwave to be ripped, and for the damage to ring true as he goes down. They probably should have won, right? That Nexus take.
Yeah.
It feels like Pace has been playing out of his mind. It's a really big piece for them, and they lose that series. They drop their coach. Okay, to the playing through bot. We'll see if Weibo can flush them out, maybe jail them in this bot river. Would be very dangerous if JDG gets stuck bot. Keep in mind, those 2 big monster objectives are on the top side, whereas, of course, the soul being heavily contested because it could decide the game in favor of Weibo. Be a lot of scaling to overcome. This does go over.
It's going to be Breeze joining the fight for taking that turret. Dragon is half HP. Remember, this is soul for Weibo. If they're able to pick it up, that would be a big boost to them here in this game, as they're already having a significant lead for themselves. 4,000 HP. It could become a flip. Unstoppable Onslaught comes out. It's going to be a 50-50. Who's going to get it?
It's huge.
Going to be JDG who pick it up, and now the fight has become unlocked.
Oh,
here comes the Lilting Lullaby. It lands in onto all 4 members. The sleep lands onto Light. There comes Scout with the Fate Sealed. Oh, it's flashing forward. JDG trying to come back here in this game, but Breathe is disrupting so much. Finally, he will drop as a second kill goes the way of Shun, and JDG somehow keep themselves in this game.
I thought that fight was going to be so good for Weibo on the opener. The hostile takeover into the Shockwave got a lot. It really slowed down the engage from JDG, but the Lilia takeover into the 3-man Shockwave.
And so, it is going to be the second dragon picked up. However, the Otacon has been started up by Weibo Gaming.
Scouts
Jun
late.
not wanting to get here into that pit. It will definitely be the objective going down. And that is now the revives, the false lives available for Weibo. And that could give them the free ticket to try to force a play around this Baron.
Yeah, trying to fish into the topside jungle here as Breathe has made some progress on that top wave. Have gotten that one all the way in. Keep in mind, like this trade from JDG. 5 grubs on Scout. He's hitting mid-inner. Should be able to clear that one, but Weibo trying to get Scout to join. This is a very risky Baron to hit as Erha is already really low. Xiaohu as well. I don't like this Baron from Weibo. I think that JDG is right to call the bluff here.
It's just the false lives. The Baron is ticking low. Sean just not even in the pit. They don't even try to go for the steal, but instead go for the fight afterwards. Missing with a crash down to the Magnet Storm will land on to 3. A lot of damage already from this World Seeds from Sean. Public execution goes on to 1 as Paze is now targeted here by Breathe. Gonna try to fight this out 3v1, but he will finally go down. But on the other side of the fight, it's a double in for Light. Jun try to chase them down. It's still just the false lives available for Weibo, but not even those will be burned. They pick up the Baron and will get out with only losing 1.
I mean, I know that Shoot is down. Perplexed now. You have to survive a Baron push from Weibo, who still have the false lives up for another 30 seconds. It's already been traded as Scout's still working in this top lane. He has a TP, and it's just going to be about when he decides to pull it, because the push is going to continue here for Weibo.
We're going to have to get back at some point to try to stop Scout, but maybe not. If they can just end the game straight through the bottom lane, bot lane inhibitor surely will go down. You see Shun currently hitting his blue buff. He's going to have to get back to base soon. It will instead be the inhibitor going down. Now, maybe some back can be canceled. The Scout was able to take down tier 3, but not the inhib itself. And
they have the wave prio set up and a TP coming in from Breathe, and I don't think JDG is even in position to contest this dragon. This should be ripped by Weibo.
Teleport comes in from both soul layers of JDG, but they are very late to the fight.
That's Scout.
It will be Ala joining right in the middle of the front line with Scout instead on a flank. Breathe going to try to match him here as already the Dragon is down to half HP. Both junglers in the area. Once again going to be a 50-50 potentially missing. Diving in. This time it's secured by Paze. Another steal in for JDG. But will they win the fight in response? Scout gets hit up by the public execution. Has to snap back here with the soul unbound. Light still alive. The sleep will finally start to rain it down. Decimating Smash comes out on top. There's the piercing arrow. The ignite. The burn. It's not enough just yet as Light will survive. Xiaohu has to flash away from the Q of Sion as well. Ola still massive in this front line, but nobody at Weibo has gone down just yet.
Scout,
here comes Scout. Lands the knock up in onto 1. Breathe now with the flash away. Nobody at Weibo has any summoner spells left. Jun and Pace still looking for maybe some more arrows come out, but not going to connect still. Nobody dying here for Weibo.
Wait, Kalista backed. This could be tough. Kalista backed. Everyone's corralled now.
Knock up, it lands on Erha. There comes the arrow as well. Bailout not going to save Erha's life this time as he'll go down. Now Weibo, they're completely isolated. Scout dashing forward. There's a shutdown from the Xiaohu. And JD Gaming are going to win out on this fight on the bottom side. Only Breathe is alive right now in this fight as Light is still in the base. Swirl Seed will dodge away from him, but it's not going to matter. Shun gets the kill, and JDG are right back into this game too.
I mean, I've been a bit critical of Weibo, and with the 3 Mountain Dragons, that might be enough to make sure that JDG is tanky enough to survive this Weibo team, and those deaths were spread out enough. Light basing, they were really kind of doomed this team, and now, Light got out of everything.
From Erha.
Will he survive?
Up though, Light's under target. Light is going to drop.
That's game.
The Nexus is exposed. Xiaohu's not going to come up in time. There goes the Nexus, and JDG sends us to a game 3. The big front line that Weibo Gaming have in store for you.
Yeah, I think the story of this game for me, JDG, they're going to have to use their range. That means that Weibo going to have to try and use the Realm Warps, use the Grand. The second one of the D-Shield to really try and slingshot his HP and his way back into this lane. And Pantheon's top, too.
Could look for a play. As a level 3's hit first here for the bot lane. Missing, waiting, hunting maybe for Dredgeline. Now we'll find out to Erha. Nice use the Flame Chomper's back. Will force Erha to go forward. Actually chunking out, missing very heavily. The Blade Caller would have come out unless missing flashed away. But it's not going to matter as Light will pick up first blood by using the flash of his own. Jun still in the area though. The Blade Caller will root. Maybe the Flame Chompers were there to like split up the Zyricon, but you should just try to land the root instead.
Yeah,
and now
it's gonna collapse.
We see 4 members down here on the bottom lane. Remember, Paze doesn't have any summoner spells, and Paze will drop. Light getting himself kill number 2 and will escape by juggling the tower aggro beautifully. Control lock that was missed out on. It's not going to result in too much being given over, but now you can see Weibo kind of gaining control among all areas of the map. Tien has his flash, going to look for another engage on a Missing, who once again still does not have that escape tool, and he's going to die again. Now this time though, the Ignite is ticking, but not enough to take down Era as the Guardian. Yeah, just uncharacteristic mistakes here from Pays and Missing, who...
Well, yeah, but also, like, we have seen JDG make a lot of uncharacteristic mistakes of late, Grapes. Like, the leniency for this team, at some point, you know, we have to get ready for them to prep and be ready to play the biggest matches in the LPL when the playoffs come around. And this is a team that feels like it's taking
the whammy. The unique 2-in-1 special this holiday season.
Yes. Realm Warp coming in.
Back to the game. We get a Realm Warp in from Xiaohu. Hala going to be the target as Breathe has been stabilized himself nicely in this lane. He's going to get rewarded with it by a kill as he gets that final hit onto Hala. Nicely done here by Weibo. They got 4-0.
Not even going to... If Xiao is able to fix this bot wave, that's going to be it. Weibo, they don't want to play this fast. They want to try and stall things out and wait for the Rise to get here. Xiao is still pretty far ways away, so this Dragon should go down, but we'll see how hard Weibo want to chase.
Knock up lands on Era, but Missing actually buffers it with a hook in onto Tien. He might have got a little bit too far forward, though. He flashes away and just will go down anyway. Xiaohu gets the kill. It's now 5-0 Weibo.
I'm not sure if he was aiming for Era.
What get here for JDG is Scout potentially locking down this turret, getting a little bit of gold back, but it's going to get responded to nicely here by Breathe on the top side.
Yeah, I mean, 5 grubs for the Yorick. That's a happy Yorick and a happy Maiden and some happy little halflings that are following him around too, as they're going to do some work against these turrets.
Are those his disciples, Cubby?
Yes, that's a good call. The disciples also rise from the dead in League of Legends.
we got Shun in some trouble here. Another Realm Warp comes out from Zhao, who has his flash available, but instead it'll be Shun who uses his.
They're going to play top inner. Goodbye, Jace. Jace is flashless.
Here comes the quickness from Erha. Gonna land that charm land. The knock-up all too easy. That's textbook dive right there from Weibo. They go up 6-0. It's just pick after pick after pick.
Yeah, again, really tough to play. And I love how Weibo's playing the grub advantage. They're playing into these side lanes. You can really attack the Jace with the Yorick. I don't want to test Fate anymore, man. But, do have to return to the map. Xiaohu has stuck around, and Erha going to help find Scout, who has flash, but might just accept his fate. As, this looks like the replay package you pulled earlier,
I was about to say, we've gone through all of our clips so far here for JDG, like all the mistakes that they've made. You know, Scout getting caught out, them failing to really find fights that they want around objectives. Like, these are the things that have been costing JDG the wins that they were able to get early on in the season.
I mean, this is not what we're used to seeing. I mean, Missing is flashless. He's dead too. Like, I'm watching JDG chain in this game, Grapes. I don't know how else to say it. They don't have the ability to make plays in this
on the top side. And let's remember, Cubby, JDG, it looks doomed right now. But Game 2 also looked doomed. And guess who won that one? It was JDG. And when you look at the composition that they have, they do have the better 5v5 team fighting composition. And they have the Herald now. They can maybe use that to their advantage a little bit. If they can find a 5v5 that they want, get Pays back online, get him a couple of kills, we're suddenly looking at a much better game. Now, obviously, we're not there just yet, but this helps. Getting that turret in the mid lane is going to get matched by a tier 2 for Breathe, but that is only gold going towards the Yorick, whereas everybody here on JDG is eating.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take the gold only on the Yorick, man, because he's about to eat everyone on that side lane. And a lot of power for Weibo. Got bot to +2 as it's past that inner turret, and could potentially open up the Dragon. JDG trying to contest this mid wave to slow down whatever Dragon retake there is, but Weibo playing through bot, going to look for this. TP coming in. That's going to be a fed Yorick, just got to shop off.
It's going to be Breathe, locking down Shun, who gets rooted up here by Xiaohu. Two-man cage as well. Will force Missy to flash on out. Pays has no way to get back into this fight. As already that numbers advantage goes towards Weibo Gaming. They're up 3 field goals, and they're about to start up this Dragon.
I mean, what a great angle from Breathe just to pressure JDG. And again, JDG just trying to take that solo spawn objective right on spawn. And JDG are late to contest. We'll see. They can keep June out this time.
Soon, otherwise, just going to go over.
They can keep him out. Wait, they're going to flip? Okay, never mind.
Smite secured. It's going to be the Rose Petals, and it looks like all of Weibo should be able to claim it.
Wow.
So, not the revives, but that's a lot more gold, a lot more experience, a lot more adaptive force in the hands of Weibo Gaming as they continue to add to their lead.
I mean, JDG just pretty much walked in a little bit late, got the bad news, and now we'll see if they can actually get Tien before he's able to get out. Xiaohu has no TP. It's going to be...
Nice
yep,
fear
tried.
coming out from Scout. And that should be Tien going down. They finally get on the board as JDG find themselves a kill. It's going to be all at picking up the shutdown.
Okay.
Question is, can they get more than the inner now with 4 members on the top side? Maybe make it 5 with Light joining the fray.
I mean, you got to sack this as
Weibo.
JDG. I'd be so surprised if JDG can't actually contest this. I don't know why they're
quickness.
here. Yeah.
Oh, there's the flash. It goes in on a Scout. Grand Starfall
So
comes out as
greedy.
well. It's going to be just that 1 kill for now. Cleanse already used by Pace to get himself away from the Rune Prison. But yeah, I mean, that tower is going down no matter what, and it cost Scout his life. Here comes a Realm Warp. It's going to send 4 people into the back line.
What?
And there goes right on a Pace. Light gets the kill. Missing now running underneath his tier 3 in mid, as that's going to be now the inhibitor picked up for Weibo Gaming. They could even look for more with the Maiden for
Jace is
Breeze still
TPing.
alive and Jace having a TP back in. It's a 5v3 over the map, but Weibo in tremendous control of this game. The first Nexus tower is down.
No
a wave
shots.
has to be cleared out. Jean going in
That's
forward
it.
with the
That's game.
Cyclone, but is not going to find any bit of a target.
Wow.
9 seconds on Scout. It is far too late. Clear and utter domination from Weibo in game number 3 as they tell JDG, no comebacks for you this time.
Another big chunk. There's the Conqueror down as well. Level 11 now can look to reset again with his ult. He's all in. Oh my days, Grand Starfall! Equalizer. Isn't fantastic. Shield comes on down. Karis will have his own. He's tunking Tara aggro, but it doesn't matter. 2 solo kills pre-Ring of Fire, the Pantheon.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Rookie down about half. No teleports there to work with. No early dragon start by the Vite, which can be done, but now look in mid lane. Flash for the staggering blows onto Rookie into the charm. Clean play in mid lane. Well done,
you play it?
Which can be quite cool. He's very knowledgeable. Alright, and there's a little bit of a staggering blow after the dredge dive. Into the pit we go. Gets another one of those grunts, and now flash over the wall. Now BJJ going down, looking to ult forwards. Karis, another ult charge remaining, but slowed down enough they just want to keep chasing. Throws out the Orb of Deception. Mako has to back away on the other side. Only the one. Things like that Malignance, but could well be something like a Leandry's, I suppose. Actually, does Leandry pull that? I don't think it does. Take that back. Won't be a Leandry, that would be silly. Could be still something else. Vampire. Jumped on. In goes that Crescent Guard. Flash for the double pulverize. Puts Monkey in a dangerous spot. The needles are flying around. Mako's still surviving, but it's a reset for Karis. Now got 2 charges. All over the wall from Kayu. Buys some time. Karis flashing away. Just about out of range. Kayu still in danger. Does get at least 1 back. It's a messy fight. 2 for 3 in favor of IG, who also got the dragon. In what for more? Maybe. Need to clear out this wave first. Rookie backing away. Monkey wrapping around. Might find Gala here. Gala's in danger. Watch Taeyun as well. Can they jump onto Gala? There's the ult. Sees the desist. Into the immediate killer instinct. Trying to TP on him to keep Gala alive. Who's going to get depth charge? Up and goes down. Taeyun flashing away to safety. But JJ there and waiting. That means Monkey's in danger. Failed flash from him. He's stuck on the Unravel Earth. Public excuse of the backline. But it's onto Tashai, who just doesn't take damage. Karis, though, finally gets a reset. Ends up being another 3 for 2 in favor of Invictus Gaming, who pull the teleport a bit cleaner. Takes too long. Logi now completed across the board. Dragon started. I think Invictus Gaming going to spot a Monkey waiting in the alcove. Looking to do some gaming. Flash away from the side, but the Cease and Desist comes on through. The Hallowed Mist just looks like a graveyard sanctified ground to bury the doll. Mako now in danger, ults to stay alive, but Cube went deep on that one, gets shoved. Ends up being a trade of top laners. I think Cube could have backed out on that one. Monkey is low, sorry, Monkey is low. Mako is low. Without the ultimate, that health bar advantage could prove problematic here. The damage else will still be pretty good on the on hit. Dragon started, down to 7k HP. We begin. Looking for an angle on him. Monkey into the pit. Split off a little bit. Needs to try and find their way out. We'll see this as well. JJ taking low. Flash on out. Dragon secured. That's the whole point. What about the fight afterwards? Looking to get to the backline with a public execution as Cube. They've killed off Vampire. Mako also low. Cube needs to flash away. Does so. Kairos out and out to safety. Needs to try and dodge away. Still got an ult to roll with. Doesn't need to burn it quite yet. Still desperately trying to get a reset. It's an awful fight for WE. Monkey split off, and now Kara's stuck under the turret. No kills, no resets. Stacks go down. Just needed more damage.
My dear WE. They've been looking all right. I mean,
There was a 2,000 gold lead on Karis, 9 stacks on the Dark Seal, and finishes up a Banshee's Veil coming into a Soul Point fight. Just get the Medjais.
yeah, well, keeps getting run down on the side lane too now. As a GA, might be able to take one. Doubt that's even going to happen.
No.
Steep.
The team fight issues have been, we've seen good individual plays from WE. That's a good spot for the guys, but then you need to actually find value with the ult. Did not. Taeyun doesn't get a reset. Herald now comes summoning on through. Weaver's wall on down, and IG suddenly in commanding position in this game. Another kill onto Monkey. Finally get a turret of their own will WE. But IG on the verge of breaking this base in half. Won't stick around for the inhibitor. That would have been a step too far. Vampire has a nasty habit of just saying, fuck it, I'll flash on the first target I see. This isn't bad though. Rookie taken out. Karis looking to play this one out. Still has an ult to work with. Chains of Corruption land though. Means he's now in danger. Begins to ult away. Kindly good to get dangerous. The publication concussion guns on down. The Locket shield is solid though. Karis still with an ult to work with. Needs to hop away. The needles come on through. Vampire knocked up. Mako goes down though. Gives another reset to Karis. Can't look for too much more. Ends up being a 2 for 2, which isn't super awful. Charm just wide. Gala does still have that spell shield to work with and safe enough. Shy though, and it's not to bother himself. W comes on through, but will be immediately hallowed misted. And so Gwen is vaccinated. Namely, she's immune. When are we getting like a surge? Here we go again. Over the back, Monkey looking to try and turn from the Shy. Hops ahead. Has got 3 stacks on that Q available, so the snip would be pretty violent. Both solo laners looking to get on top of Monkey. Oh dear. Needlework comes on in. We'll try and cease and desist to buy some time. Will surely die. Rookie taking about half all the while. What can WE do on the other side though? Public execution. Onto Gala. Still has that Edge of Night spell shield. Taeyun ulting, flashing, but Gala flashes away to safety. They finally kill off the Alistair, but IG just outplay it. And Gala has enough shielding and enough summoner spells to buy the time required. WE aced just for the cow. A worthy sacrifice. A sacrificial, well, not lamb, it's a cow, isn't it? Will lead to IG barreling through mid lane and ending the game. Competitive early. WE with some good moments, but the team fights just weren't it. IG ready every time. And the coordinated plays when you have more than 3 people trying to do the same thing just weren't there this time around. Small Yone ultimate, those kinds of things. Not always easy to find, but if you do, combo's nasty. For WE, your ability to keep your backline alive. Q3 into the Fate Seal on 2. Nice combo, lilting Lullaby. Puts the Azir in a difficult position. JJ, no! Failed the flash over the Emperor's Divide, and so will die. Oh, this Lily had been playing so well. Can still keep running, doesn't matter. Burns a few more flashes, but will go down. Oh, JJ. Don't look at top tower. Ooh, dear. Hang on. Well, Q. Gonna pop the ult. Oh, no! Failed the flash. So much to clear out the dark procession, but is now caught in an awful position. The slows are on in. The ghouls are there. And to redemption for JJ. Helps pick up a kill top side. Bot side, though. Jungler was revealed. To be taken by W, and that's great. But it's nearly 12 minutes into the game. Soul is a long, long way away, folks. And Invictus Gaming have all the tools to play for turrets. And ignore the Soul win condition for very long. Exactly. And if you're following the Yorick, you're not following the Yone. You're not following where JJ is on this Lilia. who's going to be tracking Monkey this entire game. Flash on out, battle dance into the lilting lullaby, and the bullet time with the quickness, interrupted though by a good glacial fissure. That puts Mako's life in danger. It looked like a good moment from IG as Karis finds a moment. Yone looking to fade sealed in the backline, can't quite do it. Tell you, look at the angles, mystic shots over the wall, and they'll get an additional kill there. Great interrupt from Vampire. That flash critical there. All the while though, Cube crying in this 1v1. Vampire, really nice. Karis, really nice. Gets a kill for Taeyun. We go back towards the dragon. If they can pick up another dragon here, it's better news for Invictus Gaming. 2 critical objectives. 2 dragons. Not even close. Monkey's surely saying in all chat. Noah, you're on the same brain jet wave as I am. I see you in Twitch. Tier 1 in mid lane, though, will fall as a result of this. And IG get the structure. Every outer turret now down. Karis going to try and play for that top tier 1. Don't know how easy that's going to be here. Should be able to do so, I think. So there is a trade. You've got Herald, so you can try and play for that tier 1 in mid at some point. Breakable. Makes it difficult. Atakan's been spotted in the picture-in-picture, though, so hold your nerves, guys. We're going right back into the action. WE want to pull this one. Monkey tries to go look for the Impale. JJ flashes out. Means he can't get into the Atakan, though. Down to 3k HP. The Shy trading out with Mako and Cube, who's in danger. Monkey down to a 3rd HP. He's going to get Q3. Can't quite go down, though. Vampire burns the Unbreakable. Cube healing up. Dominus about to proc down to 2,000 HP. Is the Atakan, though, and oh my days. They just leash it. Mako's in danger, can look to battle dance out to safety. And they'll pick up all of those petals, and WE tried to force a fight, and Invictus Gaming were more than willing to play it. We might have to look back and see that. Oh, this is here in Ezreal a bit scarier, but then again on the other side, Shojin, Riftmaker, Stride Breaker onto some of those more mobile characters. Scary stuff for Invictus Gaming. This, I think, will be our telling point. Have IG got enough of a lead from those side lanes and the Atakan to make this fight theirs? Monkey, no flash, but can look to go on forward with the Excel's impact. Dragon secured, but they get the root. But the turnaround with the bullet time and the lilting lullaby puts Vampire into a very scary position. Gala dodges the true shot barrage. Cube healing up with his Cull the Meek. Turnaround makes it a 2 for 2 right now, but Gala flashes on forward to secure another. The health bars of Victor's Gaming desperately low, and Taeyun can just hop off. And hops all over him. It's a triple kill. The Ezreal unthreatened, unbothered. We're in a 4v4. Well, 4 for 3, I apologize. It's a great Scorpion picture. Gets me all eyes on this man now in the fights. If he isn't brought low, he's going to keep doing this. So to just get that brief spike now, when things like Baron now up on the table. Delay that 3rd item spike in favor of that risky. Thanks for sub, aka the kid. Prime value. And a good timing here. Rookie going to be sealed up by the Impale. They blow him up. Turn around onto that Rakan as well. The Shy going to be rooted by the Winter's Bite. The concussive blows. Karis nearly taken out by the Maiden. Won't do. And suddenly you've got Baron and everyone's dead. Jeje and Gala nowhere to be found. How did that get set up? Oh my days. I just don't get it. That was awful. I wasn't expecting a fight there because there shouldn't have been a fight there. Rookie's Yone in the mid game continues to be really underwhelming. His 14th game, and it might well be his 9th loss. Can jump onto Cube here. Needs to be wary of a lilting lullaby. Won't be procs. They'll head on towards this tier 2. Can't quite get that down. Still, rapidly loses a lot of his HP bar there, courtesy of the mites. Oh, Rookie. The decision making, the side laning on this champion just hasn't been it for you, has it? Monkey knocked up. But he's just not as squishy as he once was Monkey. Still unkilled, by the way. How many times did IG try to blow him up? Karis being jumped on here. Still in the dark procession. The Shy, though, running the other direction as Vampire holds the door between two. TPing in. This will be Rookie joining. But now Karis is in danger. Needs to be wary. Can look for an angle. Bullet time. JJ goes golden. Cube in danger. Fate sealed. Karis goes golden himself. Immunes that angle from Rookie. Health bar desperately low for Invictus Gaming. Looking to clear out the wave. But they've killed off Cube. They've killed off Vampire. Into the backhand goes Mako. Gets a knocker. And that's on two of people. Mortal Steel claims another. Now Taeyu's in danger. Tried to arcade shift away. But we all know how that show ends. In misery. They get everyone but Monkey. They can run down bot lane. They can get the Dragon and Invictus Gaming. Find their own moment. It's on the other side of the map, though. Oh, you're not entertained. GJ with some heroics. Rookie, some... So, folks... Mako being caught. Never mind setup time. Oh, Mako. Nice little vision play. But he has been known to get caught out at these times on the game. All right. Towards the Baron we go. To determine the victor for this game, surely. Baron secured by W. The bullet time, though, is excellent! And the Azir dies. The Impale is not bad afterwards. They're trying to keep Taeyun rolling. They kill off the Rakan. JJ goes golden. GA is popped. Flash away from Monkey. Will not keep him alive. Taeyun over the wall, trying to get some value down. Cube flashes on forwards. Will at least bring the Lilia down with him. No smite now to work with. On either side. Dragon's out pushing. And Dragon, an awful consolation prize here. This time around, can't touch this, apparently. Did IG get the Atakan? They did, yes. Harris down to 2/3/1/2. Riftmaker and Zonya's done for GJ. Makes him do a lot of work here. Monkey drives on through. Quickness traded out as the Fate Seal is going to be Zonya's. Vampire flashing away to safety. Mako still alive. Monkey in danger. Cube pops the Dominant, trying to find an angle on him. Will slice, will dice. But I don't know how well he's rolling today. Looks like the casino is IG's and the house always wins. They pick up the kill onto Cube. As the rest of WE need to run. The Swirl Sea will go bowling for soup. Trying to turn Vampire into exactly that particular bit of sustenance. Over goes Karis, tries to find something, but it's a desperation play at best. 3 members dead. Taeyun with no mana will desperately try to clear out the mid wave as Rookie. Q3 unbites the soul, looks to jump onto the Ezreal under the turret and brings him low too. Invictus Gaming punish under that tier 2. And WE will fail to capitalize on the Barons. A competitive mid game. Some great team fights, but not a game win. Not today. No win. Off the team named after victory. WE fall short here.